Hello and welcome back to Tapes of the Dead, and welcome to the Spider's Web, where we'll be spending the rest of October talking about 31 weird, extreme, and out there movies. So come and get into the spirit with me and let's talk about Satan's Little Helper. Satan's Little Helper is a nice little movie from 2004 directed by Jeff Lieberman, who you may know from Squirm and Just Before Dawn, which I haven't personally seen, but I've always heard about for years. And I remember picking this movie out a lot from Blockbuster. There's two movies I really remember getting from Blockbuster, and it's this and Terror Tunes, which I'll also be talking about later on. So the movie opens up with this mom driving her son around, dressed up in a full Satan costume, playing on what looked like to me a GPS, playing this really shitty flash game looking game about Satan's Little Helper and running around and killing people in really cartoonish fashion. We find out the mother's going to pick up her daughter from the ferry, and they're all going to celebrate Halloween together. The daughter brings along her new boyfriend, who the son immediately disapproves of, because all he wants to do is dress up like Satan and go out with just his sister, because that's what they used to do for Halloween. Then eventually the son goes out and finds the man in the Satan mask, and they kind of team up together, and they just do a bunch of weird, crazy shit. And that's the premise of the movie. Overall, the film's actually pretty enjoyable. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about it more. It's one of those films that's set on Halloween, but usually people only talk about Trick or Treat or Murder Party or Halloween, obviously. But if you haven't seen this film, I would definitely recommend it to get into the Halloween season. So this movie is mainly a horror movie, but it also has some real dark comedy in it, which I really enjoy, but I can see other people just saying it's dumb and just silly. And one of the main things that bring that dark comedy up is the kid and just how fucking stupid he is. Actually, watching this movie, I was writing in my notes, I came up with a drinking game for every time you say Satan, take a shot. Fucking first 30 minutes, you're going to be off your ass. I actually really like how they introduced the Satan Man in this. You see the kid walking up, and he sees Satan Man on the porch, and he's like, posing this dead body that he just killed, but everyone's walking by, and it's Halloween, so they just think it's a decoration. It's actually pretty clever. And then the kid continues to follow this Satan Man, and eventually Satan Man sees that he's watching, and the kid walks right up to this random guy, looks fucking creepy as shit, and just says, "Oh, will you be my master? Let me help you. I want to be Satan's little helper." I just don't understand the fucking thinking, the logic of this kid. And that's when they go on the little reign of terror. They go to a store, steal a bunch of goods, and then the kid gets in the shopping cart, and there's a scene where they're going through the parking lot, hitting a bunch of different people, hitting a pregnant woman, getting 100 points, getting an old man, getting 200 points, stuff like that. Very much like the video game. One of the parts I really remember about this movie from when I used to get it from Blockbuster all the time is the part when the Satan Man kills the guy on his porch, and he poses the body, and then there's a plank of wood, and you just see him pick up a cat, and he smushes it right up against the plank of wood, and it spells boo in it. This comes out of nowhere, you don't fucking expect it, and it's pretty vile, but it's pretty cool. Speaking of vile, there's honestly not too much blood and guts in this movie. We get the cat smushed up against the wall, and it's boo spelled in blood, and then later on in the film, we get his dad coming out, and he talks a whole bunch of shit saying, oh, he has Jesus on his side, that Satan can't get him, and the kid says, "Get him, Satan, rip his guts out." And that's exactly what Satan does. He comes out of nowhere with a weird pizza cutter thing, sticks it right in his gut, pulls out his guts, and ties it to a chair. I don't know how he would tie it to a chair. It's so random, like he can't run away. But it looks pretty cool, the effect. There's also some cool, clever setups. Like there's a part in the movie where the Satan Man, he shoots himself in the hand, and then later on he changes into a Jesus costume, and the kid grabs his hand, and it's bloody. Like, Jesus having a hole in his hand. So there's some cool, clever setups like that that come back in the end. Kind of weird having clever bits like that for such a dumb, independent movie like this. But it's not bad, it adds to it. It could be way more cliche and boring. But yeah, it's got a pretty great premise, some good bits of gore, and some really weird, out there, absurdist, dark comedy. And it's only an hour and 40 minutes. It does start to drag a little bit, but you can watch it on Amazon Prime for free, so why not get a few friends together, maybe watch it even on Halloween night. I can see this definitely being a good Halloween movie, and just have some fun with it. And that's Satan's Little Helper, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.